Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to get buyers to open up to you. If you didn't watch my last IGTV video, go watch it. But I basically just kind of talk a little bit about how to get over the fear of talking to people. And I kind of want to piggyback on that a little bit today and just talk about how when you're having like a buyer consultation, how to get them to open up to you. Because a lot of times, what do we hear all the time? I want 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and no less than 1,500 square feet. Great, that's every house out there. So what I want to do is kind of go over some 5 basic, got my questions here, questions that I tend to ask pretty much every buyer, whether I have met them in person, whether they're a cold lead that I just happened to call, maybe they were on my website or on Facebook, I saw them looking through my pictures of a house that I have listed, and these questions really just help the buyer to just open up, whether they're ready to buy right this second or whether they're ready to buy a year from now. It's really going to help you stand out from every other realtor out there. So my number one question that I always ask people is, what is one thing that you would change about your current living situation? Most of the time is I'm renting, or I'm downsizing, or I'm upsizing. And so what this does is it truly allows you to get into their life a little bit and know what they're struggling with, know their current situation, know what they're currently going through, and know where they're trying to go, in buying. So that question really just helps them to start opening up to you and kind of gives them a little bit of a warm feeling with you. The number 2 question, what would you say are your top 3 must-haves? I have to have a basement. I have to have a garage. I have to have a driveway. No street parking. So ask them what those 3 must-haves are, and one thing that I like to do, take notes. People love it, and it also, because you're not going to remember everything, one of my pet peeves whenever we go to a restaurant is when they don't write down my order, because when they mess up and they bring me the wrong food, I'm like, well, if you would have wrote it down, you would have known. So either pull out your phone, I always have my phone on me, and I'm like, hey guys, I'm going to take some notes, is that okay? And they're like, yes, please, because it shows that you care and it shows that you're truly listening to hear them, and you're not just trying to sell them something. You're not just trying to sell your services to them. You're really trying to let them know, like, I want to hear you and hear what you want. So take notes. That was kind of an extra little tip. Number 3, what are 2 things that you would want to have, but that you don't necessarily need? So, some people are, my husband, I want a hot tub. Okay, cool. But ask them what those things are, because I love this question, because you really get to know if the person or the family, if they're dreamers or if they're more realists. And that's really what I like. That's the question that I like to ask, to really get to know what type of people they are. Because you want to be able to adapt. You want to be able to know if they're going to be a little bit more chill, if they're like, oh, we're just kind of looking, or hey, we have all these expectations and these are all of our wants or all of our needs, and we have a little want list because everything is needs. Or if you're like, we have a little needs list and a huge want list, you just kind of know what type of buyer they're going to be going into it. You're going to know if you're going to have to show them 3 houses for them to get in contract, or if you're going to have to show them 45 houses to get in contract. So definitely have that list. Make a little, their wants are X, Y, and Z. Their needs are X, Y, and Z. Come back to me taking notes, because trust me, it helps so much. This is probably the question that I pretty much always start out with. One is, or what is your absolute not? I cannot have it. Whether it be there, if there's not a garage, it's out. What this does is, I learned this right off the bat, because I would go show these buyers houses and we'd walk in and they'd say, oh, there's no basement, we want a basement. And we'd walk right back out, and 30 minutes of my day was wasted. When all we had to do, if I would have known what their absolute nots were, I could have looked through the pictures or looked through the listing, and when they send me the house and say, oh, Lacey, I want to go see this house, I'm like, guys, it has a basement, and you said that you didn't want a basement. I'm not going to waste their time, or am I going to waste my time going and showing them something? Especially around Dayton, where pretty much wherever you are is going to be a 15 to 30 minute drive for whatever reason it is. It's a lot of time that you're wasting when if you just do your due diligence, you can really set them up for success. And my number 5 question is this your 3 to 5 year plan, your 10-year plan, or is this going to be your forever home? And so what this question does is it's going to help you set them up for success, not just right now, but years down the road. If they're like, hey, it's kind of a 3 to 5 year plan for us, great. Let's talk about appreciation in this area. Appreciation right now is about 4% in this area. You're going to probably be able to sell your house between this and this, 3 to 5 years from now. What that's going to do is it's going to help them really be able to plan their future and not get themselves in a bind. We have a ton of military around here, and if you're going and selling them something where the neighborhood does not appreciate at all, or the new builds that are being built right behind their house are selling for the same that the houses that are 15 years old are, those do not appreciate very well. You do not want to sell that to a military family that you know is probably going to move within the next 4 years. You're going to want to explain that stuff to them, so then that way in their future, they don't get stuck. So these are just questions that, like I said, I like to ask pretty much everybody that I talk to, and it just really helps to set the tone. It helps them to know that you really care and that you are going to be there with them through their whole search process. So if you have any questions, reach out.